everybody? This your boy Qbaby. Welcome to part 2, you know what I'm saying, to part 1, you know what I'm saying. So we're going to tee it off with, you know what I'm saying, standards, you know what I'm saying, and boundaries. That's what we was kind of like at on part 1. So on your opinion, like, what do you think the boundary lines and the standards should come in at?
Complete and total honesty all the way around. If you're talking to somebody and they have standards, let's just start there. They have standards, okay? And they tell you what those standards are. You ask them, what are you looking for? And you guys have different opinions. They don't quite align. Just be honest about what you're looking for. And if somebody doesn't like it, I promise you, I've tested this theory thanks to Qbaby. They will walk away before anybody gets hurt. True. A guy with no standards, on the other hand, will not walk away.
He will stay.
He will stay unless he finds something about you in your soul, within you, that he truly thinks is really worth sticking out the effort. And I can say that there are people that I know who didn't have standards, but then within getting into a relationship, they realized that they did have standards, but they just didn't know how to identify it or vocalize it or how to explain it when someone asked them, what are your standards? What do you look for in a person?
I would say that's definitely true. Like, just like how you said some people don't know that they have standards. And that's why I say, like, when it comes to the dating part of it, is that if a guy don't have those standards, that means he's not able to vocalize what he wants and what he desires, because he's either been in a relationship where he couldn't say what he wanted, or he wasn't at the stability where he can voice his opinion or his thoughts. In a way, I'm sorry to say it, some guys are repressed in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Because if they tell their girl, like, look, I don't want a girl that goes to the club, or I want a girl that dresses provocatively, you know what I'm saying? I don't want a girl that's, you know what I'm saying, disrespectful like that towards people. Like, she should carry herself more refined. A lot of guys can't say that to a lot of women, because if they say that, they'll end up losing the girl.
And you know, I tested this theory in a sense of, I don't just write your bios and help run your social medias and stuff like that. I actually went out into the streets and did some research, even through this handy dandy little computer in my hand. 10 people in the last 2 weeks that we've been talking about this topic. Okay, I've talked to 10 different people, primarily men, who I have told what I'm looking for, what I won't deal with, what I'm not looking for. You know how many of them still talk to me?
I don't know. 2.
2.
Okay.
Out of 10. I have been ghosted. Literally from moment 1 of sharing what I'm looking for in somebody. That's okay. I'm to a point in my life, that's okay. One of those 2 people could very well be somebody that I really enjoy spending my time with. Do I know? No, because we aren't there. But 2 out of 10 individuals, men and women, more men than women, but 2 out of 10. 20%.
That's why I say, like, standards are very...
Roughly, right?
Yeah, like, I'll say about, like, in that same way of a sense, is that's the reason why I said, like, just like how you vocalize what your standards are and what you're looking for in a person, in a partner, you know what I mean? And that's the same thing that I want guys to be able to do, too, so they can it's because I hate to see a woman give all this time, all this effort into a relationship when this guy don't even have his standards known to her, and then by the time he does tell her his standards or whatever, it's already kind of like too late. It's probably like 5-10 years into the relationship, and now the relationship breaks down. Now this woman has to go try to find someone else that because she thought the guy that she was with was, she met this guy actual general, like his general standards of what he want in a woman and what she was bringing, when in reality he was just pretty much dragging it along.
And I know men and women who don't, and I don't mean this offensively to anyone, but you know, I know people who never do develop standards.
True.
They may be 40, they may be in their 30s, they may be 50. It doesn't matter the age. The age is nothing but a number. Once you're past the age of 21, 18, whatever your number, age is just a number. Maturity is what says it all, and some people don't ever grasp a hold of that maturity. They don't ever develop any standards or any boundaries for themselves. They don't really know what they want. They just kind of float.
Yeah, and I think that's because most of the time those people just like either I go along with this or else I'm gonna be alone. Or if I don't do this, I'm gonna be alone. Like, cause like regardless if you're a man or a woman, being alone sucks.
Yes, but take that time to be alone. Whether it's 3 months after a relationship, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years. Whatever makes you feel like you are ready to move on and give everything to your next partner the way that it should be. Take the time to be alone and to heal. It sucks.
Like I'm
Nobody
not
likes
like
it.
look, I don't disagree with that in no shape or form. You're actually right. Like people should heal regardless if you're a man or woman on either part of that spectrum. But that's the reason why I say like before you go into a relationship, make sure you close the door on what the last person did to you because if you treat the new person like they were the last person, it will only damage and
It's
destroy
gonna
them.
fail.
Yes, and then 9 times out of 10, let's just say that you was in a bad relationship, but now you got a guy that want to treat you like a queen, like you want to be treated and everything.
And they don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
Whether it's a man or a woman that's being treated like a king or a queen all of a sudden,
It's
we don't know
confusing.
how to handle it as humans. We're like, it's almost like a culture shock.
Yeah, because you get used to something after so long. That's the reason why I
It's
tell
conditioning.
yes, and that's the reason why I tell women like women that are in abusive relationships, for instance. I tell women all the time, look, if you're in an abusive relationship, you should get out of it.
I'm a DV survivor. I can't agree with that.
Because if you stay in that, you get used to and accustomed to it, that it becomes normalized for you.
Stockholm syndrome, like knowing and having been there and been conditioned to have to be quiet at certain times or you're about to get your block knocked off.
Yeah.
Not being able to vocalize something that's on your mind.
True.
It's not been recent for me,
Yeah.
but that stuff sticks
With
with
you.
you forever. You grow out of the Stockholm, but like in my case, I apologize for everything.
Yeah.
Things that I shouldn't have to apologize
But the
for.
thing is, this is why I'm very big on a woman that don't have to go through traumas. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because a lot of women don't realize this, and even some guys are out there too, that when you allow your traumas to dictate into your relationships, it destroys it every time.
It does, and that's where I tell young women mostly, because a lot of domestic, and I don't say that
Yeah.
to say that men are not abused domestically, because they are.
Yeah.
But I talk to a lot of young women, and I've helped several of them get out of that situation. But I have to tell them that don't be like me.
Yeah.
Don't sit here and think it's okay. Take my lesson as a lesson learned before it happens to you, because one of these days, these young men or these young women, they're not going to wake up. It
Yeah.
will be the last time that they get hit.
Yeah, and it could end up in somebody dying. Like I knew a girl that I worked with, you know what I'm saying, and like she like literally I offered her a ride and she was like, "No, I'm good, I'm fine." I was like, "Okay," because I seen her walking, looking like she was about to walk home. I was just gonna be like just a good coworker and help her out. So I kept on going, and apparently her man was coming through the gate. You know what I'm saying? She hopped in the car. Like the car didn't even get a chance to move. By the time she shut the door, only thing I seen was dude, boom, beating her up in the car, and I was like, dang, that is crazy. Eventually, I got
All
her.
because a coworker offered a ride home.
Yeah, and it's not even just that; it's just the simple fact that she was engaging with another man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I understand, but that's what.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Go ahead.
I know, but that's the reason why I'm glad over time with me talking to her, she was able to get away from that for her children's sake. Because number one, this is one thing that I say like that I hate more than anything is that some people allow their disputes like that to be in front of the kids where they think that it's normal for a man to hit a woman or a woman to abuse a man in the same sense.
Speaking from personal experience, you're right. I used to have to open the back door of my house
Yeah.
years ago. And I would know by what music was playing or the mood of the tone of voice when I came in from work. He wasn't working. I'd come in after working a long day, getting the kids off the bus, and I could tell what was going to happen. I would go open that back door. And as soon as things would start to happen, I would just simply yell the word kids. And they would run down the stairs, out the back door, into the car. Because I didn't want them to see it.
Yeah.
So my only resource for them not having to see it was get in the car, and as soon as I could get away, we were gone. We left. And this happened time again. When it becomes routine for your kids to know that they gotta bail because mom or dad is not safe, you gotta get out. You should get out from first hit, because from first hit it's not gonna stop. However, should you not?
Yeah.
When it becomes routine and your little people, your little yous,
Yeah.
are watching somebody that they love unconditionally
True.
get hurt.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I advocate a lot. My thing is, like, I'm gonna use myself as a personal example. If I'm dating a woman and it gets to the point where I feel like I want to hurt her or harm her in any kind of way, I'd rather just leave. You know what I'm saying? Because number one, for me to even get in that position or letting it get to that point, meaning that it's not good for me.
We as women have respect for you as men who walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you get in the car, you go for a drive, you stay gone for a couple hours, you come home, we talk about it. But those of you who can't, men and women both, who can't just walk away, that's when you lose the respect of your partner.
True.
If you can walk away during an argument and not physically lay hands on your partner, I promise you the other one will give you so much respect.
Yeah.
For the simple fact that you didn't hurt them.
Yeah, because I think in my personal life, like, I had a female that said that I'd rather you beat the shit out of me instead of leave me. I was like, that's crazy. I was like, we're done. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of guy that beats women. That's not my character. I'd rather just leave and leave that to, let that, you know what I'm saying, snake lie. So that's the reason why in situations like that, I'd rather protect my peace of mind.
Well, a lot of people don't find their peace until they're close to our age.
That's
true.
I
mean, and I'm wrong. There are some young people that do.
Yeah.
But if you can't keep your peace, what do you have?
Nothing. And that's the reason why I protect my peace overall. So I thank y'all for this, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully y'all tune in for the next one. Make sure you like, subscribe, and check out